first. Fizzle, Man 1, signing in like always. Fizz and Friends Gaming here. Welcome to Fizz and Friends Gaming, brought to you by EA Sports and Fizz and Friends Gaming. We have Fizzleman Picks Lounge is where you're checking out right now, is what you're observing. This is a segment, show part, pre-show, pre-game show, based off of Madden Stars, a show that I created starting from a connected franchise mode of putting my real self in the game and the position I am knowledgeable of playing. You have to be knowledgeable about football to even be participants. You just notice people participating in this, but yes, Madden Stars is what the show's name called. Talk about all these fantastic stars you see in front of you for this wild card playoff game here in the Madden playoff 1920 Madden playoffs. We got this wild card matchup, the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. But as we hear, knowing that this is Fizzleman Picks Lounge, Fizzleman Picks, of course you could tell by the controller, the Cleveland Browns to take it, and it looked like it's not us against the world this time, as the overall is the world, voting. The world is on our side today, and they agreed the Cleveland Browns will take this W. Kansas City Chiefs with the 80, you know what I mean? As, fan picks, but either the overall don't really matter. These teams could go, you know what I mean? And in real life atmosphere, if you don't know in Madden Stars, we talk about real life and in our world. And in our world, so I'm a little under the weather right now. The Cleveland Browns is a top team, and right now, but years ago they wasn't there, but it's a good thing. All the hype from the top, from the beginning, brought them here, and I is saying that that's their storyline because that's when I started top of the year. So I guess it transitioned like that. But if throughout the season progressed, how they progressed, it would have probably played out the same way. Who knows? But I started top of preseason, so there's a lot of praise talk for the Browns. So the Browns are here. I believe that's their story talk. We do have the real life 2018-19 MVP Patrick Mahomes, their top right in real life, but the top guy in our world in that same year was Tom Brady, who did it 2 years since we started it. So for Madden 18, 2 years in Madden 18, and exactly 2 years in real life, Tom Brady was that guy in our world. I don't know who's the guy in that year, the first Tom Brady year, but I know Patrick Mahomes was that guy last Tom Brady year. And coming off of this year, I'm not going to say right now, but it looks like Russell Wilson is the MVP in our world, as Lamar Jackson is the MVP in the real world. So we're going to check out and see how this goes, because both of those players are in the playoff. But this should be a good matchup. These are two young veteran quarterbacks, Patrick Mahomes, Baker Mayfield, who are competing and seeing who's the best young gun out here, as the real life Patrick Mahomes played phenomenal, but in our world, he had a subpar last year. He didn't make it to the playoff. None of these teams made it to the playoff. Just they playoff berth. So like the Kansas City Chiefs, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, if they did, I don't really care or matter, but in our world, but this world, I feel like this is these two teams' first year playoff berth, but it's a battle between these two young talented quarterbacks and their whole talented team. The Cleveland Browns, Kansas City Chiefs, you already know who I'm rocking with. Tell by the controller, Cleveland Browns all the way. Fizzleman Picks Lounge, we here. Give y'all future heads up that, any pauses, any things like that is taken as a commercial break. You would know when I'm finishing if you're paying attention, but checking out the last primetime game right here. You see the Cowboys and the Seahawks went down. Seahawks took that one and advanced to the next round. You see the Cleveland Browns is the better team over the Chiefs. So we're going to see how this game go. Two top receivers, two top defensive ends. Let's go. Big game. Hey.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we're out to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City. We'll hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you as always. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold-out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So, future observation right now for this wild card weekend. Of course, you see the Houston and the Jaguars. They took it off. Jaguars took that W. As I said, the Seahawks took the last W. And in this game, there's another game today, Sunday. But in real life, we're here in the night shift. That's an 8 to 12 shift right now, the late night shift. We here for this matchup, but the other game that's going on, as there was two games going on at the same time yesterday, there's two games going on at the same time today. Check out for your ticker down at the bottom. There will be another game, and that would be the Detroit Lions, a team that made it to the playoff in our world last year. And then there will be the Carolina Panthers, which is a big stepping stone for them, as they were my favorite team in years to come in the past. So they still one of my favorites. So we're gonna see what goes down in that game. So check on your ticker, everybody, get this game going. That's just a future notice on everything. You know what I mean? So, as of right now, give me a few minutes on this little commercial break. Alright, we about to get back. Let's get this game going.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
Mike. Yellow. Let's go, Will, lady. You want this. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And incomplete to open things up. And quickly now, a look at the Kansas City offense.
So many weapons on this offense, and we've seen them all season long score from any point on the field. But we all know playoff football comes down to playing smart. The game slows down, and it's harder to move it. So you've got to avoid penalties, avoid turnovers, and not let your emotions get the best of you.
He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Well, look now at the starters on the defensive side for the Browns. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. This will be fielded at the 17. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Mayfield to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And a look now at the starting offense for the Browns.
And what a tough environment to roll into. On the road, playing one of the better teams in the league, obviously, because this is the playoffs. So what do teams talk about? Bringing their own momentum, bringing their own energy on the road, because you know you won't get any from the home crowd.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 31. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. From the right hash, this from 48. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this will remain a scoreless game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right, that fourth seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. But I gotta tell you, I personally like it. The winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get the host.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you didn't just stack them all up and take the best 6 records, but there's a division for a reason, and the champion hosts the first round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, build a team to win your division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there.
And Robinson with a big catch. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 28 yards. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34. From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes, he finds McCoy. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try and get it in with Sherman, the fullback. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field. The fullbacks for the defense, they knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet them with a little bit of force. But on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They bring the 5 seed into the playoffs. Of course, they're one of the wild card teams. And when you're a wild card team, It makes it a little bit tougher. You have to win the extra game, but there's been a precedent set of teams doing that successfully in the past.
And it's usually teams that have aspects that really jump out at you and are really factors in the playoffs. I mean, Pittsburgh, they rode a heavy run game with Jerome Bettis when they won in 2005. And then don't forget the Giants in 2007, that season. Pass rush. Remember how big that was for them during the playoffs. And for Green Bay, it was a quarterback play of Aaron Rodgers. So to me, it's a matter of what's going to affect the game in a big way. Can that aspect of your team really make those plays? A lot of times it's pass rush and quarterback play.
To throw, Mayfield. He finds Beckham, complete. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down, Mahomes, and that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Robinson's got it. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. Mahomes now on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Mahomes going to throw. It's complete to Robinson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. 30, 20, 10. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Check 52.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to walk. He's got him in. Complete. 36 yards on the play.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. Coming after you.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Rashad Breeland there defensively and able to knock that one down to the ground. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mayfield looks to throw. Kadarrell Hodge has it complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Mayfield now. He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Mayfield now 6 of 10 in this 1st half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. Throwing, Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They've got the lead, and certainly a big reason why some of these catches we take a look at right now.
And I've seen it so many times that when units start to play really well, they feed off of each other and play even better. And they're making every catch possible. Contested, non-contested, easy, difficult, big-time plays. And right now, that's why their team's in the lead.
So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage. But you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there...
That's caught inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 55 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, a long touchdown pass into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A good pickup there, a 22.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Mayfield with a quick fire to Landry. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44, Mayfield. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. The Browns on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he finds Seals Jones complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Mayfield now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Well, he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's Austin Seibert now for the Browns field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play fake. Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. Second quarter here, he has only one catch, but they have the lead. You got to think, though, he's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Completes it to Hardman. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And Butker able to put this one through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. Let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a throw. He'll going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
The Browns on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Mayfield with it once more. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. The pickup there, 5 yards. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting him 1st downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Mayfield now 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And again, it's Mayfield. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. It's caught. Beckham. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A first down throw for Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 21 yards away, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And now it's blocked. Oh, the Chiefs have got it. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 30. And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here comes LaShawn McCoy as he trots back out there now. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game. Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he's got some space here. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs. Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And that one will give them the lead here as we approach halftime. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
So far, he has one touchdown, one interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's the first of two games here on this wildcard Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC wildcard game. And it's the Jacksonville Jaguars who are moving on to the next round as they were able to knock off the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, nothing settled in our wild card game. It's a tight one as we get ready for the third quarter. Standing by to take you the rest of the way, let's get it back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done. And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 78 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Seibert on for the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
It's got to the point when we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Let's get that ball, Let's get that ball right here. Hey, watch this.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Here we go. 36, 36.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. They go back to the ground with McCoy. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Again, it's McCoy. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here.
Get ready, get ready.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Beckham and the Browns set to take over again. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more. He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Well, they try to swing it on left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield, he'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Mayfield, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here now a look at LaShawn McCoy. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I'm going to hit you all day.
Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Mahomes on target here to Hardman. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll go again to McCoy. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Mahomes now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Christian Kirksey. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. 10th carry now for McCoy. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Caught here by Bell. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. Butker's kick here is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive. But sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose. And just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mayfield now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And what a pressure spot for both sides, really. But they're at home now. They have the football here in the playoffs, sort of controlling their own destiny.
It's a spot they've all dreamed of. This is where you want to be. Home, have the ball, a chance to win the game, control your own destiny, as you noted. But here's the thing. Don't let the crowd get too involved if you're this team now. You've got to make sure you let them carry you, but not cause you to do things out of what you're supposed to do, right? Take you away from focusing and concentrating on the game.
Because sometimes you get so amped from the crowd that can carry you into spots you don't want to be. Is that what you're saying?
From experience, sometimes that crowd gets so involved in it and you get involved with them that you end up making plays or trying to do things that maybe you shouldn't have done.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go, go, go.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
That's it, baby.
Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Hill, the intended receiver once again, and it's 3rd and 4. Mahomes to throw once more. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Mahomes firing complete, and he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The end result, 21 yards. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 32-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now it's Mahomes again. That one complete to Hill. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Chris Jones on the stop. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. From the red zone now, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes LaShawn McCoy as he trots back out there now. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Hill, the intended receiver once again, and it's 3rd and short. Here's Mahomes to throw. They've got his man complete. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And again, it's Mahomes. That's complete to Robinson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And down inside the 15 he goes. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Butker able to put this one through. And that'll move him back within 6 now. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A run for Nick Chubb. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And again, it's Chubb. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. He finds his target, Beckham. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down by 6. 30 seconds to go. A touchdown likely means they move on in these playoffs. Tense moments for the hometown faithful as they've got it with a first down. He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He's back to throw. He finds McCoy. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.